Hi, I'm Rob and this is Gems of War. In this video I'm going to see if I can pick up my last few faction renown points I need to get from this delve in the Deep Hive. The only ones I'm missing is the best delve using the factions team, where you have to use the troops you find when you unlock the portals in this faction in order to do that. I've already got the deathless one where you get the best delve with no casualties, so I'm not too bothered about dying here and there as long as I get through it. So let's dive in. I will obviously try and stay alive. That'd be silly to actually die on purpose. But let's see how we go. The team I'm going to use for this, because we're restricted to those 4 troops you find in the portals in this delve, are I'm going to go 3 times Queen Beatrix and the Scarab Knight. The Scarab Knight gains barrier and armor, and now our independent 25% chance is boosted by brown gems to gain an extra turn and half my mana back. Reduce damage from skulls by 50% means this is good in first place. And we'll basically try and pick up that barrier as much as we can, because we're probably going to need it from time to time. And we've got 3 times Queen Beatrix. We will spam the bee as much as possible. She creates 9 green and 9 brown gems and deals 120, in my case, true scatter damage. And there are independent 40% chances to gain an extra turn and half my mana back. And superb third trait there, cleanse all allies when matching 4 or more gems. So let's dive straight in. The banner for this, I believe, was +2 green, +1 brown, -1 red. So, and I'm in Elementalist class. Not that it actually is going to matter, because we have no hero, so it makes no difference. Right, so we'll start with some blue. Nothing much doing for our colours there, so we're kind of forced to take this one. I do find this in delves more than any other game mode. I've sort of noticed patterns a lot, and you do in delves seem to be restricted to a forced choice far more than any other game mode. I don't know if I'm imagining that, but it certainly does seem the way to me. Right, we'll get the barrier going there so we're safe from the first hit, and then we'll see if we can spam the bee. I like to alternate the castings of the bee. I know it sounds weird when you got 2 of them, but I think the game has a built-in sensor kind of thing, like when it knows you're casting the same button, like square button in this case, over and over again, it'll make you miss or make it go wrong or end the loop. But if you alternate it, I think it actually stands a better chance of working more or looping longer. But that's more conspiracy theory than anything, to be honest. So anyway, let's just keep spamming this. Could gain some more armor, but we'll try and get the bee up instead. We've got the barrier, so that is the main thing. That's taking their barrier away. That's going to get all the bees charged. So now we've got a really good chance of getting through this first round easy enough. I mean, with Queen Beatrix, just how good she is, this is probably one of the easiest ones to do this on, to be fair. But it's a good place to start. Get a few bees. Get your level up to 100 and go for it. I think this one's should be fairly straightforward, he says. Take this because I get green, an extra turn, and a 4 match on blue. All the while I haven't got a barrier on my Scarab Knight, I'll take the offered skull hit. Now let's get my barrier. Not much brown there, so not much to gain from that. Let's get this going again. Right, it's a reasonable amount of green there. Not much brown though, so let's go for the bee anyway. Let's chance it, see if we can get something going. Okay, that's not too bad. Good thing about the bee is if you just get lucky with her, she can just loop just continuously. Definitely fantastic for just winning games on our own sometimes. Check around for potential 4 matches or cascade, you know, where you can drop 1 3 match onto another one, things like that. Nothing particularly doing there, so we'll just take a normal 3 match there. Just get the other B charged up. Now cast the second B down, because of my weird theory about how the game maybe reads which button you're casting and doesn't like it if you do the same one again and again and again. Because, you know, the game, I'm not saying the game's fixed, but it has to be fixed to a certain degree, otherwise the game would get stuck or have bugs and things would just go wrong. So to a certain degree, I missed a green match at the top there, to a certain degree it has to know what is going on. It has to have a plan, if you like. And also has to control, to a certain degree, how fast we do things and gain levels, I suppose. Otherwise, if everyone got there really quickly, or it became too easy, or the other way, far too difficult, people would stop playing. And overall, I think they've got the balance pretty much dead on. Speaking of dead, see you later. So, plain sailing so far. And when you do these delves, you don't have to do all these outside rooms if you don't want to. Yeah, you will increase the treasure multiplier if you do, but if you want to do it straightforward, you can go, in this case, straight across the middle. It's because it's Hive, it's shaped like honeycomb, you see, so all based around bees. And Queen Beatrix is the bee's knees. Alright, let's get our barrier going. I don't think we've actually been hit yet. I can't actually remember losing that barrier so far. Not too much going on for us at the moment. I'm on giving them that because I can get the barrier back. Get this green nearby this other one, which they take. That was for me. I did it for me, not for you. And why I did that in that accent, I have literally no idea. It wasn't even a film reference. Quite often I'll do weird things, or I'll suddenly blurt out a weird film quote in a weird attempted impression of the voice, often failing miserably. But yeah, where that one came from, I have no idea. Is there any point in casting that? Not really. Only if we can't avoid anything else. If I take this one, it's going to drop the skull down and avoid that skull whack. Let's get our barrier back. Quite a decent amount of green there now, so should be able to get a bit of a loop going with the bee. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky you. That's a nice little sequence. Loop the bee. Just on different bees, just so the game doesn't realise you're pressing the basically the same spell over and over. That's my theory anyway. Bee took a whack there. Any sort of 4 match will get her cleansed. There we go. Get a double 4 match on brown here. That's a good mix, I'll leave that there. Sometimes I don't take the 4 matches if I don't actually need them, because it's good to leave a combination of the colours that the bee creates. Oof, took another bash. There it is. No deaths so far. So this could have gone down as a deathless one if I hadn't already got it. It is safer in general to use a standard team for some delves, but for this one, this is a really good team to just get you through it anyway. It's a really, really powerful team. Multiple Queen Beatrix is a really, really good way to go in something like this. Let's get our barrier first. Yeah, concentrate on getting our bees up. Our barrier back. Got an extra turn as well, cool. Not much going there. Don't really want to give him a skull hit, but is there anything else? I suppose I can take that yellow there. Be stingy on our colours at the moment. Come on. It's a funny game. What I was saying earlier about it being minorly fixed or set up is, again, I've seen this sort of thing time and time again where you avoid taking this because you don't want to give them that, but the sequence of moves after that it gave have now made it inevitable. Like, it's the only move that's there, I think. I can't see anything else. And it's now forcing you to do the actual move that it kind of wanted you to do in the first place. Still don't have to do it because I can obviously do this and I'll do that just to be annoying to the game. And there obviously wasn't another move there because it took it. So ignore what I just said because it was probably absolute nonsense. It's kind of late at night. Not that late, Not that late at night, but I have had a glass of wine or two. It still wants me to give him this skull here. Look, it's determined. So whatever I was just saying. Vaguely ignore it, because I think it was gobbledygook. Get ourselves our armour back. A 4 match. Any blue for the bee? No. Seen this one here, no, it's blue at the top. My eyes are dim, I cannot see. Come on, bee, keep going. The cool thing about Queen Beatrix is as well is that middle trait, gain 1 magic when an ally casts a spell, so that true damage keeps on going up and up and up. Ooh, didn't see I need to get my barrier back. That was a silly cast, and that was a waste of a yellow 4 match there. Not that I need it, but better take it than give it to the opposition. Like, I'm being quite fast and reckless in this team because you can afford to be. It's like not really what am I doing. It's quite safe because Queen Bee's so good, but in certain delves you can have to be a hell of a lot more careful than what I'm being here. Especially if you're trying to do the deathless run. You need to pay a lot more attention to what you're doing. Check this. Skull drops. So I'm being partly reckless here. I'm taking a few hits. Let's get me barrier back. There was a lot of brown there, so we got an extra turn. That was cool. Queen Bee sort of dried up a little bit on the extra turns right now. Come on, Bee, keep it up. Yeah, just nearly there now. Nearly there. Fucking find the right combination of buttons. And yeah. So near, yet so far. Alright. You need to do something spectacular. Moth Mage to spoil my fun, and it ain't happening. Kaboosh! And that was without dying, so claim the rewards. Got a trophy as well, cool. No delve attempts remaining today. And we go back to our faction info, and there it is, 2,500 points for using the best delve using the faction's team on level 500. There's a video. If you found it cool, useful, entertaining, hilarious, silly, stupid, any of the above, why not click the like and subscribe button, because it helps me out and it helps you out too. Every time you click the like button, it gets stored in your liked videos, and that means you can come back to it quickly and easily whenever you choose to do so, if you would do such a crazy thing. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you again next time. Bye for now.